This is going to be calibrating a 9000 instrument thermocouple input. You're going to want to connect your sourcing gauge into terminals 27 and 28 with copper wire, and you're going to select your menu, log in, the number 2, and then slide your slider here down until you see calibration in the menu screen. Select and choose detail. It then is going to let you select which input you want to calibrate. Terminals 27 and 28 is input 3, your control TC. Select input 3 and edit. This then brings you to the calibration screen for input 3. It has by default the 0 selected here with the radio button, and it has a window for entering a value. 0 is entered by default since we're doing the 0 range, and it also has a small window here at the bottom showing us what the millivolt is currently being sourced in from our meter. So I can go ahead and show you here. If I source in 20 millivolts, that our display here changes to what I'm now sourcing in. Since we are doing 0, we are going to source in 0 millivolts, and once we do see that it's reading the correct millivolts, we're going to select the calibrate button. It will then progress with the meter across the screen, letting us know what it's doing. Once it has completed with the calibration, you'll see that the calibrate button will go from being grayed out to then being able to select it. Next, we will choose the span radio button, and once we do that, it automatically populates our window with the recommended millivolt setting. So for this, we want to source 65 millivolts. So our reading goes from 0 now to what we're going to be sourcing in. We currently have 65 millivolts now being sourced in. We're going to select our calibrate button again and let it calibrate the span value of input 3. You want to make sure that you're using copper wire while you're doing your 0 and span, and not TC wire. Once finished, we are going to then return to our main screen, and we're going to be connecting up thermocouple wire so that we can check the TC input for the cold junction compensation.